Well, you've seen the reviews and decided to buy the new DJI Osmo Pocket 4 in the United States, and well, you probably noticed you can't. It's a ghost. It's not on Amazon, not on B&H, Adorama, and it's not even on DJI's own website. Now, a quick search will probably send you down a rabbit hole of forums talking about secret government bans and national security lists. But what if I told you that the real reason was even weirder than that? The whispers that you're hearing about the Osmo Pocket 4 are the first real-world consequences of a major regulatory smackdown. I'm going to break this down into the real reasons that the Pocket 4 is unavailable in the United States, and it all comes down to security covered list that has, for the first time, officially blocked the DJI products from the American market. On April 16, 2026, DJI announced the Osmo Pocket 4, which is the next generation of a super popular gimbal camera. Now, it promised some nice upgrades over the Pocket 3, such as a better color profile, higher frame rates for slick slow motion, and it launched in Europe for around $499 Euro. But in the United States, crickets. No price, no pre-orders, nothing. Now, this isn't a case of just being sold out or fighting off scalpers. This is a full-on, unprecedented market block. Major U.S. retailers like Best Buy and Adorama have zero listings for the Pocket 4 because, well, they legally can't sell it. And this is all a direct result of the U.S. government regulations that finally came to a head in late 2025. The heart of the issue is that DJI was added to the Federal Communications Covered List in December 2025, and this is over national security concerns. Now, any device that uses wireless communications, and that's pretty much every modern gadget that connects to your phone, needs an FCC authorization before it can legally be sold in the U.S. Now, being on the covered list means that the FCC can now flat out prohibit granting new equipment authorizations to DJI. And the Osmo Pocket 4, as a brand new product, missed the cutoff. It didn't get its FCC green light before the ban slammed down, and DJI even confirmed it, stating that the Pocket 4 won't be launched in the United States because the application is stuck in this new regulatory limbo. All right, so the obvious question is, how did DJI end up on this list in the first place? Well, this is where the story really gets bizarre, and it all revolves around a piece of law called the National Defense Authorization Act, or NDAA. Now, in 2024, the NDAA had a very specific, very weird provision. It required a U.S. national security agency to conduct a formal security audit of DJI's products by December 23, 2025. It was supposed to be a compromise. If DJI passed the audit, it would be business as usual. But here's the catch. The law had a trigger. If no agency actually did the audit by the deadline, DJI would automatically be added to the FCC's covered list. All through 2025, DJI was publicly asking for the audit, and they said they were ready to prove their products were secure and would cooperate completely. But here's the kicker. No U.S. government agency ever stepped up to do the job. It's not the DJI failed a security review, it's the government failed to conduct one. When that December 23rd deadline came and went, that automatic trigger got pulled. Just because no one did the work, DJI was placed on the list. The FCC followed through, announcing that new foreign-made drones and their related gear would be blocked from getting approvals. Now, this was a final nail in the coffin for any new DJI launches in 2026, and the Osmo Pocket 4 was its first casualty. Okay, this is a point where you might start to panic looking over at your drone sitting on the shelf. Now, the language sounds serious, so let's get real about what this means for you. First, and let me be crystal clear here, your current DJI products are fine. They will continue to work exactly as they always have. The FCC's action is a forward-looking ban. It doesn't ground existing drones, and it doesn't make owning them illegal either. And it won't brick your gear remotely. The FAA hasn't changed any flight rules, and if you own a Maverick or an Ivana or a Pocket 3, you can still keep using it. Retailers can keep selling any DJI products that got their FCC authorization before that December 2025 deadline. This is a crucial detail. Products like the Avana 360, which got its approval just a month before the cutoff, can still be sold. You can still go out and buy plenty of popular models. The problem is, as the Osmo's Pocket 4 shows us, is with anything new, from here on out, and any unreleased DJI products, like the future Maverick 4 and Action 5, is dead on arrival in the U.S. market unless something big changes. They simply just can't get the FCC authorization needed. This has created this weird reality where the U.S. is effectively frozen in time, stuck with DJI's 2025 product line, while the rest of the world gets the latest technology. And this isn't just about DJI. The FCC's orders is broad enough to hit other companies like Autel as well. The entire market for creators and professionals who depend on this gear, this is a major shakeup. This didn't just happen out of the blue. It's the result of years of growing suspicion aimed at DJI from Washington. For a long time, bills like the Countering CCP Drones Act have tried to get DJI on this exact list, citing the fears that drones could send data on American infrastructure back to China. Now, both the Department of Defense and the FBI have warned that Chinese-made drones pose a security risk. DJI, on the other hand, has pushed back hard against these our claims, arguing that they're based on politics and protectionism and not actual on evidence. They've repeatedly pointed out that users have total control over their data. In response to this ban, DJI is fighting back. They've actually filed a legal petition to the FCC to reconsider, arguing that the whole process is unfair and lack proof. But this is going to be an uphill battle. The Pentagon has already filed a memo urging the FCC to reject DJI's petition, showing this as a hardened stance from the U.S. government. Now, legal experts think that this fight could drag on for years, which means it's highly unlikely to change things for the Osmo's Pocket 4 anytime soon. Now, if this video has helped you wrap your head around this incredibly complicated mess, do me a favor and consider subscribing and hitting that like button. It really helps to get this information out to more people who are just as confused as we are. Now, I really want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think banning new products is a justified move for national security, or is it just a government overreach that's hurting American consumers and creators? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And for more updates on this story as it develops, make sure you're subscribed with the notifications on. This situation is far from over, and we'll be keeping a close eye on it. So, the bottom line is this. You can't buy the DJI Osmo's Pocket 4 in the U.S. because DJI has landed on a government national security blacklist in December 2025. This was triggered by a bizarre government audit process that never actually happened, and now it blocks any new DJI products from getting the FCC approval that they actually need to be sold here. Now, your current DJI gear is safe and it'll work just fine, but the future of DJI in America has been split in two. You have the legacy market of pre-2026 products, and then you have the rest of the world, which is getting the latest and greatest tech there is from DJI. But for now, it's forbidden in the United States. This is a huge moment in tech tensions between the U.S. and China, and the effects will be felt by creators and businesses for years to come. Well, I'm Steve, and thanks for watching, and until next time, check the video out over here. I think you'll enjoy it.